Streak Talk! Yeah!
Welcome to Streak Talk. I'm your host, Jason, and this is for Tuesday, November the 4th. Happy Election Day, everybody. I did have sort of a half-joke request to do the Senate prop on Streak Talk, but that would take me quite a long time, as I'm sure that prop's going to wind on till the wee hours of the morning. Instead, I thought I'd feature the first NBA prop of the year on Streak Talk, the Miami Heat hosting the Houston Rockets. What do we know about these teams? Well, Houston 4-0, pretty much expected. They had a great team last year, brought back basically the same team. They did lose Chandler Parsons. They have replaced him with Trevor Ariza, who's done extremely well up to this point in the year. So we're really getting about what we expected at Houston. Miami, on the other hand, obviously LeBron James, a huge, huge loss for Miami. And I think after LBJ left, the general public sort of forgot about Miami, left them for dead. Sharps, on the other hand, it's a different story. Sharps were on the over total for Miami wins on the year. And there was a groundswell of like underground movement for Miami with the Sharps. So that's always something to pay attention to. They lost LeBron James, as I said, as well documented. They did re-sign Chris Bosh. Wade has been healthy so far this year. They also signed Luol Deng, Josh McRoberts. So they had sort of a gritty team that has a chance to be successful, especially in their relatively weak division. Now, as I mentioned, Houston 4-0 for the year, but there's a few things. This will be their fourth game out of 5 that they've been on the road this year. They did play this will be back-to-back. They played in Philadelphia Monday night, although because they were playing the 76ers, you could make a case that this really isn't a back-to-back, and they took Monday night off because the Sixers are so terrible. So, their 4 victories, though, as I mentioned, the 76ers, Celtics, Lakers, and Jazz. So it's not like they're beating the defending champion Spurs or a lot of tough teams. Is the record a little bit inflated? Perhaps. We'll find out. Miami, on the other hand, they're 3-0. They've beaten the Wizards, and they've beaten Toronto along with the 76ers. So they at least have a little bit more quality to their victories than Houston does. Now, Miami is a minus 1.5 favorite at home, just a slight favorite. Patrick Beverley for Houston, their point guard, he's questionable. He is probably going to sit out. We're not sure. He would be replaced by Isaiah Canaan, who did play well at the 76ers Monday, but he will be going up against a little bit tougher competition in this one. Heat, as I mentioned, Luol Deng, Josh McRoberts, they drafted Shabazz Napier, so they have a team that has potential to A, play defense, and B, put the ball in the hoop. They're not going to be as efficient as they were when they had LeBron, but they still can score. Wade nearly had a triple-double last game. It is early in the season. He is healthy. So they look good on paper. So what else do we have? Well, Miami has beaten Houston the last 5 times they had played at Airlines Arena. But obviously that was a different team. That was going to have LeBron, etc. Birdman is questionable for the game. I think he'll play. Not totally sure. Danny Granger, questionable for a game. Not sure if he'll play. Udonis Haslem, questionable for a game. All that being said, I feel like Chris Bosh is out to prove something this year. His scoring is up. His rebounding is up. I think he sort of took it personally when he reached out to LeBron for sort of asking LeBron where he was going to sign. LeBron never called him back, never did anything. So I think the Heat are sort of playing with a chip on their shoulder. They're sort of feeling a little bit like Cleveland felt years ago when LeBron ditched them. So now they're saying, okay, nobody's going to give us a chance. We'll see how it happens. Well, so I think I'm going to take Miami for the green. Obviously, you're not going to risk a big streak on this early in the year. So little games, we can't really garner much statistically because it's such a small set. We'll be able to get more as the year progresses. But early in the year, Miami for the green. All right, I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you next time on Streak Talk.